Hello everyone, welcome back to another World of Warships Legends video. Today we are gonna take a look at the legendary tier IGN battleship, battle carrier, hybrid, whatever you wanna call it, that is Aki. Now Aki is basically a Yamato without the rear turret. Instead of a rear turret you get planes. You still have Yamato guns that can overmatch 32mm of armor. And you still have the Yamato weakness, that is a portion of your citadel up front is not protected by your belt armor, so if you can get through that front plating you can score massive amount of damage on Aki. Now the build we're gonna use today is Ozawa with Azul and Colorado for extra reload and grouping, and Maki for improved dispersion. With Aki, most of your damage is still gonna come from your guns, so I wanted to try an accuracy focused build and still have the extra airstrike. Now for skills, we're using Agile Seagull on the first row, then Bird's Eye View, then more reload with on second thought, and on the fourth row you can go with either Master Mechanic or you could go with the extra airstrike. But remember, if you go with the extra airstrike, the individual damage from your torpedoes is gonna go down, but you have an extra airstrike, so instead of 12 torpedoes you're gonna have 24 torpedoes, so it's not that big of a deal. So with this build, our airstrike range is 14.3. We have a main battery range of 18.4 kilometers with a 23.3 second reload, and we have a 2.17 sigma, and we have a turret traverse of 39.1 seconds, which is pretty good. So here we are at the islands of Ice Map. We spawned on sea flank and both teams have 1 destroyer and 3 cruisers each. We have a Dalian or our flank and a Brindisi. Now Dalian is a pretty stealthy ship, so if the enemy destroyer is not on this flank, we might be able to capture C pretty early on. And the enemy team does have a division of 3 battleships, a Rhode Island, a Lauria, and an Incomparable, so we do have to be careful about that. So Dalian is going for C, and he's 5 kilometers away from us, so if we do get spotted, whatever is spotting us will get spotted in return if it's a cruiser. And Dalian knows that, so he goes in, and there is a Vallejo. So we take a shot at him. Seems like he's angling out, and we do manage to get a citadel. Now Dalian is playing pretty smart here because he's not firing his guns. He knows he can get death strike, so all he's doing is he's spotting the Vallejo for us to shoot while he's capturing C. And the other great thing he's doing is he's not using his smoke to farm damage on the Vallejo, because if the Dalian pops his smoke right now, we're gonna lose vision on that Vallejo. So great play from the Dalian there. He's doing his job. He's keeping the Vallejo spotted, and he's not taking any unnecessary risk. So we are able to get C pretty early on, and we take another shot at the Vallejo and we get another citadel. So we already got 41,000 from the Vallejo. So we're gonna use an airstrike to try to finish him off, because we might not be able to get our shells through there. The Vallejo closed down the angle, so yeah, we didn't get any hit on the salvo, so I'm not gonna bother with him anymore. I'm just gonna leave it up to the Dalian to finish him off. I'm gonna focus on their battleships. And Dalian is pretty smart, so he knows what to do. He fires his guns to finish the Vallejo, so we focus on the enemy Yamato. Now, if you look at the minimap, the enemy team has already run over A, and so we have to take care of this Yamato first, and we have to do it quick, because if we don't do that and those enemy ships go for B, we will be in the middle of a crossfire from Yamato's guns and all those battleships that are gonna come to B. So we shift our focus there. We shot at the Yamato. We took some decent damage, but we have 3 heals, so we pop our first heal. Seems like Yamato is trying to go behind that island, so we are gonna use one of our airstrikes. Seems like Dalian smoked up, and he's using his torpedoes too. And Yamato is giving us a broadside, trying to get behind that island. So we're gonna take that shot. And we got 6 torpedo hits on him. And there we go, another citadel. So Yamato is dealt with, so there is no threat remaining on the seaside. There is a cruiser to our south, but we are not worried about him. He's not a huge threat. The biggest threat to our team is now all those battleships that are gonna move to B. The Rhode Island there, he's chasing our cruiser to the north, so we're gonna focus on him first, try to get him off the board to try to save our cruiser. So we're gonna start firing at the Rhode Island. Our Montana here, he's coming over to help us out. It seems like our team is pretty smart with our push. They know what to do, they know which ship to target. So everyone is firing at the Rhode Island now. And we use one of our airstrikes. The Rhode Island might be dead quick, and there is incomparable. He's trying to get behind that island, but by trying to do so, he gave up his broadside, and we took a shot and just 1 citadel, but still pretty good damage. We're already up to 124,000, and we did get 2 torpedoes on Rhode Island, giving us an assist. So all those enemy battleships are coming for B. Our Montana is moving in there to contest B, but if you look the last spotted position of their destroyer, he was spotted on B. So there might be a torpedo threat for Montana, and at this point both teams are getting points from 1 capture circle. It's a 6v6 now, so pretty balanced game, but we don't have a destroyer anymore. We lost our destroyer while the enemy team still has a gearing, so we have to be careful about that. Now Montana is going around the island to push those battleships. There are the gearing torpedoes. Montana takes some pretty big damage from those battleships. He might die soon, so
torpedoes dead ahead.
We haven't taken a shot at that Ibuki yet, I don't think, but anyways, it's not looking good for our Montana. Incomparable, still sailing broadside. We take another shot at him, and he gets lucky. We get 1 overpen and 1 penetration. Now our Montana is going down, but we do have an opportunity to kill the enemy Rhode Island. He came out to finish up the Montana. We get some pretty good damage over there, 10,000 salvo. and we can't let him escape to go back behind that island, or otherwise he's gonna use his division mate to heal up. He's probably using will to rebuild. He's one of those 3 battleships in the division, so we're gonna take a shot at Rhode Island, but fortunately we didn't have to. Our team already took care of him, so now we're gonna take out the Lauria. I shot him, we resetted the caps again. Seems like every time the Lauria gets shot at, the capture progress resets to 0, so the gearing is not in B anymore. So he might be trying to torpedo us, or he's probably going for C. We're gonna find out very soon. We use another airstrike on Lauria and we get 5 more torpedo hits, and we're already at 170k, and that gave us the medal for high caliber. We're still trying to get rid of the Lauria. Our teammates are focusing on him, and the Montana takes care of him. So we thought we cleared B, but then the incomparable, he gets into B and he's still sailing broadside to us. We did get a 14,000 salvo, but no citadel, and he gets away with it again. So we're gonna focus on the incomparable now. Our airstrikes are on cooldown, so we're gonna have to use our guns. We take another shot, and this time he doesn't get away with it. So we are up to 225,000 damage, and seems like the gearing is to our right now. I think he's going for C. We are pretty lucky here to not get death struck or not eat more torpedoes from the gearing, because we have been still for a while, so we did make an error, but seems like we got away with it. We're trying to narrow down the angle in case any more torpedoes are coming from the gearing, and we're trying to head away from C, because at this point we have almost a 400-point lead. We have 5 ships against the 3, so there is no point in chasing a destroyer and losing ships by doing that. So we unfortunately took another torpedo hit, but we didn't get any flooding, so we were lucky there. But even with the flooding, I think we would be able to survive here, because the damage con is gonna be back within 15 seconds. The Castilla, at this point, he's pretty much out of options, because with our points lead and with our lead with the capture circle, we don't have to chase him, he has to come for us. So we are pretty happy with just sitting here and let the enemy ships take the risk. I did use an airstrike right there, a blind airstrike, trying to preemptively strike the gearing if he's trying to get into C, but no luck there. We're trying to get this island between us and any more incoming torpedoes from the gearing. And let's see if he's getting into C. Yeah, he is. So there might be more torpedoes coming. So gearing is at C, Castilla is at the map border. We've pretty much won the game by now, so it's only a matter of time. There are gearing torpedoes, so we're gonna use another airstrike, because why not? There's nothing else to use it on, and we may be able to reset C if we are lucky, but the chances are pretty low. Castilla has stopped firing, so he's not spotted anymore. Seems like our cruiser and battleship are chasing him, but yeah, there he is. We're gonna try to take a shot at him to see if we can get a kill and more damage, but looks like he's turning out, and nope, we failed to get more damage. Seems like we're gonna miss out on the kill, but that's fine. We did pretty well in this battle, and as I said in the beginning, most of your damage is gonna come from your guns. 16 torpedoes from Aki, they maybe did 50k, 50-60k at best, but the rest did come from our guns. And there we were able to get the kill on Castilla. So the match's gonna end anytime now, and we have a 225,000 damage. We did reset the cap quite a bit. We did some damage on cruisers, especially on the Vallejo at the beginning, so this should be a pretty good XP game. And we actually have 2 detection ribbons too, because the gearing shot at us. So, and there we got the dreadnought medal. So Aki, a very straightforward ship to play, and there we go, almost 3,400 XP, well above any of our teammates. So there you go, that's the Aki. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.